welcome. You're watching Head to Head. I'm Tenyana Yuschenko with uatv. Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko has urged lawmakers to remove the bill on the establishment of the anti-corruption court in the country from the parliament's agenda and warned that otherwise he will have to submit his own version of the legislative initiative to the Verkhovna Rada. To have a more detailed conversation about the anti-corruption court bill in Ukraine, we're joined in the studio today by Tenyana Yuschenko. She's an expert with Ukrainian Institute for the Future and a member of the Lawyers Association of Ukraine. Hello and thank you for coming.
Hello, thank you.
So, as I have already mentioned, President Petro Poroshenko plans to submit his own version of a bill about anti-corruption court in Ukraine. What do you think it will be? What would be the main issues of the bill?
In accordance with Article 31 of Law of Ukraine on the judicial and status of judges, the High Anti-Corruption Court operates in Ukraine. And this is a first instation and appeal instation court for the cases which is investigated by NABU. This is a main idea of this court and main difference from the other courts of judicial system of Ukraine.
Do you think that the establishment of the anti-corruption court in Ukraine will actually solve the problem of corruption in the country?
I think that the problem of corruption in our country is so complicated that only one court can't do the picture so better than expect. But we believe that this court will be honestly, and the judges will appointed on open and transparent procedure. And this is a guarantee of truly justice in this court.
In general, how do you think, would it be fair to say that the creation of the anti-corruption court would be the bright finish of the judicial and anti-corruption reforms in Ukraine? Or are we still on our way?
I think that it's not the finish, it will start this reform, in fact, because we have very big problems with investigation of crimes, and not only court, but the reform of these bodies who investigated the crimes. Maybe this these bodies, reform of these bodies will close it the fairly justice for our people.
Right. What do you think is the anti-corruption court as a structure, as a judicial body? Is it usually the prerogative of third world countries? And if it is so, why is it so important for Ukraine then?
The world experience of functioning in these courts is not so successful at all. But in Ukrainian case, we expect that this court will change the situation of better way, and this right of justice decision will defend it much faster than in other procedures.
If I'm not mistaken, there are currently 70 cases that should be submitted to the Anti-Corruption Court of Ukraine. What is supposed to be happening with those cases? They are not taken care of right now. Will they be taken care of once the court is actually established?
And my information, and according to the press service of NABU, there are 100 cases.
So even more, okay.
Yes, 100 cases the Bureau forwarded to the courts, and only 18 cases so verdict handed down.
So what happens with the rest of the cases?
The rest of the cases will be decided these courts in the judicial system of Ukraine General Court.
The creation and the establishment of the anti-corruption court in Ukraine, the procedure has come a long way, but it has been happening for quite a while now. What do you think are the obstacles, the stumbling blocks on the way of establishing the anti-corruption court? Why does it take so long?
It takes so long because this decision was very complicated. Yes, decision. We have a judicial system of Ukraine, and this system is reforming, and this reform is during 4 years. 4 years. Yes, right. Yes, 4 years. And when we create a new institution of the anti-corruption court, we don't know will be affected, and will this institution back a believer of society to court system of Ukraine. We don't know. We don't know it. But we must do something with this situation, and we can just see this and can do anything. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you so much for sharing this information. That was Tenyana Yuschenko. She's an expert with Ukrainian Institute for the Future and a member of the Lawyers Association of Ukraine. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.